Hello, my name is Eric Putkonen. Thank you for joining me. Today we'll be talking about nothing can make you happy. I know that this is something that some will dread to hear, but yes, nothing can make you happy. Or said another way, nothing can make you happy. So we're actually going to cover this in two different directions, but basically, nothing outside of ourselves can give us lasting happiness. There can be temporary pleasures, of course. I mean, someone wins a prize, buys a new whatever, shoes, car, whatever. You get a promotion, whatever. There are temporary pleasures that arise in life, but they soon go away. And a lot of times breed their own suffering, be it anxiety or whatever. I mean, just think about it. If somebody gets a brand new car, well, now they're worried about it being scratched or being stolen or something happening to it. They weren't so attached to their old car because they didn't think it was worth being stolen or whatever, or it had a few dents, and so another one wouldn't matter. But as soon as they get a brand new car, now they've got all these worries, and so the happiness of having a new car quickly fades into worry of what will happen to it or what could happen to it. And so these pleasures and sufferings are tied together. People try to acquire happiness through acquisition, usually starting with physical things, possessions, money, whatever. Could also be fame, things like that. Eventually, it will change, a lot of times to a mental realm. Then it's like, well, what knowledge am I missing? And they try to acquire knowledge. And then if that, when that fails, it maybe moves to the emotional realm. What can I acquire emotionally? Can I find someone to marry that will complete me and make me happy forever? And of course, that doesn't work either. And eventually, it makes it down to spiritual acquisitions. Well, maybe if I can get enlightenment, or if I can get that thing that will make me happy forever. And ultimately, we find nothing external can make us happy. We just can't find it. It frankly does not exist. We have the myth and hope that it exists. We hope that there's something out there, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, something that will make us happy, and we'll be happy from that point on. And it just doesn't work that way. And so, this is a message of letting that go. Quit trying to acquire it outside yourself. As long as we're trying to get happiness outside ourselves, we're really looking in the wrong direction. I can't remember the exact quote, but Jim Carrey made a quote, something about, he wishes that everybody could become rich and famous and do whatever they want to do. Because then they'll realize that wasn't it. And it's only until we get enough of something that we realize that wasn't it. That didn't give us happiness. I mean, if you think about it, even some of the very, very rich, the millionaires, they're not happy. They constantly worry over their money. What will happen to their money after they're gone? There's always somebody that has more, and more can be made. And it's well, how can I get more? $1 million isn't enough. I want to be a billionaire. And so even millionaires aren't happy because they aren't billionaires. But if you look on the other side of the spectrum, there are some very, very poor and impoverished people that are happy. They manage to eke out enough to eat. They've got food, they've got a house, and they're perfectly happy. this joy and happiness radiates from them. Not all poor and impoverished, obviously, but there are some. And so there is this begs the question, why are they happy? They don't have anything. And that's because they don't need to have anything to be happy. Happiness is not found in having things. Nothing will make you happy. Nothing can make you happy. It's not about getting it. Now, on the flip side of the coin, nothing can make you happy. And what I mean by this is the nothingness that we are, our very being, our existence, can make us happy. It is what we are. It is our essence. Of course, this can't be expressed in words because as soon as you say, I'm this or that, you've lost it. You're not any of that. And so you can't say, I am this or I am that. What you are really ends up being a nothing. But this isn't another concept. It isn't the concept of nothing. It's not like an absolute void. It's like I think Alan Watts once called it a pregnant void. I like thinking of it as a pure potentiality. It's not a thing, but it's not exactly, but it's not a thing, and so it's no thing, and yet it's not nothing. But this nothingness that we are, this pure potentiality, this being, that is what can make us happy. Nothing can make us happy. There's this, I have been saying poetically, there's this causeless happiness that springs. There's a spring in our being of causeless happiness that arises from our very being. Our very being is not other than this causeless happiness. And so I talk about this, but I add the word causeless in there in particular because cause, again, is looking for something external or even internal in terms of a cause is an external cause. We get something, we acquire something. Internal cause, maybe the way we think about it. Maybe there's some other way that's more of a mental acquisition. Maybe I can shift myself mentally, or it's emotional. Maybe there's some way I can shift myself emotionally that'll be happy. And these are, again, manipulations and acquisitions, which we've already covered, as these are not factors that will give you happiness. You can't get happy through these physical, mental, emotional, spiritual manipulations. It is what we are, that great nothingness that is happiness. So there's this causeless happiness that arises in our very being. And so if we can realize this, and that's really all what self-realization is about, is realizing this self that is causeless happiness, this being that is nothingness, nothingness itself. And so the self is not a thing. It's no thing. This is what can make you happy. Anyways, I kind of enjoyed the play on words and going both directions with it. But if you have any comments, questions, please post below. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel so you're notified of future videos. If you think somebody might get a giggle or enjoy this video as well, please forward it on. But until next time, thank you much.